YouTube, Ordotsar here. Welcome to today is the 8th of December, which means it's actually episode 99 of the Ordotsar podcast. So, I thought I'd just say what I'm going to consider trying to do for next week, and also just explain, but we're going to start off by explaining that a lot of episodes might be recorded and uploaded, but then I'll be like, I don't want them to be public. I kind of want them to be, like, only available for my friends, kind of thing, so that, like, that's what happened with last week's episode. I am sorry if anyone is offended by that. Well, not really, but yeah. I will try and make it so that, like, most episodes I do record will be public. So, so, now that that's out of the way, what is my plan? I actually don't have a clue. The only thing that I think I could, well, there is actually a main focus of this week's episode, but I also wanted to explain what I might be doing next week, so, and then we'll look for that. So, while I am speaking and getting up the Siege patch notes, Solar Raid patch notes. Right. I might try and get a guest on, potentially from Ortho Twitter. I'm going to ask a bunch of people if they would be interested, but I also don't think I'd be able to ever record. Because, well, I am UK time and most of my Yank friends are Yanks, so... But either way, next week might just be a thingy episode about, like, wasting bans or whatever. Right, so she has two primary weapons, the P90 and the shotgun. We got the SMG, nice, as the thingy. It's a nice weapon, to be fair. It is nice pulling it out. I've had some good plays on Twitch, which you can find down below. Her ability she's basically the defensive version of IQ, just that instead of being able to just ping, she does a mass ping, if that makes sense, by clicking F. But yeah, and then she can either have impacts or bulletproof. She's 2 speed, 2 health, not bad. I think the new map is alright. I haven't got to play it because, like, the one game was the one that got abandoned. RIP. Oh my. Crossplay and cross-progression is in the game. Reputation score. There are 5 standings, with 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest. Ranked 2.0. Not poggers. Right, honestly, most of this is just, thingy. It's not too bad. Battle Pass Evo. Honestly, I kind of like the new Battle Pass because it shows me, well, because I get to have a bit of a say in what I want to do. So I'm trying to get the shotgun / the shotgun attachment. Team color customization is expanding to operator devices and observation tools. Poggers. Player comfort. No friendly... This is a massive change that needed to happen. This is nice. This is based AF. This is great and all, but it's like... Yeah, ADS movement speed. Those changes are pretty big. This is a good, decent cash grab. I can't lie, I will eventually, depending on how many levels I get, try to get thingy, but yeah. Operator price decreases, you know, standard things in it. I can't lie, the new seasonal skin looks not bad. Like, I think it is the best one we've probably had in a little bit of time, but yeah. Right, so... that won't affect him. He will be no longer detected as an enemy. That's enough, I think. Oh no, because it means that people will be able to see now that there's a fucking thingy. Like, they'll be able to know what it is. So that's actually a pretty big enough, I can't lie. Ooh, that's enough. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I was using that anyway, but yeah. Rooney now has 3 health and 1 speed. Yikes. That's gonna be pretty big. Good enough to thingy. I mean, a good buff to thingy. She's still gonna be playable. Like, I'm gonna be real, if you're picking a Rooney, you're probably doing it for the defensive utility. Dokubi should see a little more play now that there is a valid reason to. Echo gets a nice buff. Again, you're probably picking him for utility, but that makes him a little bit more viable. Honestly, I think Ella will still probably be one of the better roamers. I mean, maybe this does open the door to anchoring Gaza and turns her into one of those, like, hybrids, like, what potentially Solace could be. Like, because I think Solace can both anchor and roam. Like, I don't think a character like Ella goes from being a roamer to being an anchor with just that kind of change. I think they would have to either one, put her on the low end of 2 health, 2 speed, speed-wise, or 2, they'd have to full on, like, go to the opposite of this and make her 3 health, 1 speed. Then maybe she becomes an anchor. But, yeah, for the most part, I think she should still be able to roam fairly well. But now you're probably considering Alibi, Vigil, you know, all the other roamers. Hell, you're probably even now considering Oryx over her, which is fine. Finka, increase the first kick and... Okay, that's a console-only change. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck about console changes. No offense. Okay, so... Fuse has also been affected by the thingy. I mean... Considering how good his buffs have been over the last few seasons, I don't think that will affect him. I imagine he'll have increased size magazine of the C7E to 30. That's great and all. That's great. That is truly fine, but let's be honest, Jackal gets pun banned anyway because the community doesn't know how to ban properly. So there is that. Melusi now has 3 health, 1 speed. Oof, she got nerfed. Okay, she's definitely an anchor. Like, I know that there were a few people that would, like, roam as her because she used to be a 3 speed, but now Melusi has to stay on site and probably can't afford to put, like, her places in positions of shallow roaming. She probably will need to contain thingy on site just to make sure she's in a decent position to not get caught out by, like, the potential Amaru that you might see in lower end Mars or whatever. Anyway, Mute has 3 health and 1 speed. Was 2 health, 2 speed. I mean, it depends. I mean, he's an anchor anyway, and it's like, outside of maybe making it more difficult for him to do retakes, if you're picking Mute, you're picking for the jammer utility on maps, unlike maps like Thingy. Knock. Increased vertical and horizontal recoil of the FMG9. Ooh, that's pretty rough. I mean, she doesn't see too much play anyway, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that probably should be felt. Gives her a little bit more counterplay. I like it because, I mean, depending on the map, you're probably not going to notice these changes because she can still be Cancer with her fucking shields, but yeah. Sens has now become viable. Any truers? I'm actually probably going to play a lot more Sens. Why is Sledge getting... Okay, Sledge... Okay, I'm going to do Sledge and Thatcher as one. All I'm going to say is that, one, Thatcher's still going to get Palmer banned. I'm sorry. Also, most... Actually, no, we're going to start with Smoke, actually. Most people probably use the shotgun to go SMG-11, and just because the shotgun means that if you have the shotgun, you don't have to be... Well, you don't need to have someone potentially waste their C4 or whatever, so there is that. So I don't think it'll be felt on Smoke as much as it's felt on Knock, but yeah. Now, Sledge. I mean, just because he's consistent doesn't mean he needs to be nerfed, you know what I'm saying? Thatcher's still going to be permabanned because people don't read patch notes. Like, people will just see, oh wait, his ability still does what it's basically done for a few years now. And they'll be like, okay, that doesn't matter then. Honestly, like, there's no nerf that will stop him from getting picked because of how he is. Unless you literally made it so that he has one fucking EMP nade. But even then, he'd probably still get banned. Yeah, okay. I mean, it depends. I think you can still roam as Thunderbird. But, again, it's like Ella, where it's like, you're probably... The only difference is, maybe this means that Thunderbird is no longer a roamer. I think you could probably still roam as her, because she didn't feel too bad. But yeah, Zero has 1 health and 3 speed. That should increase his pick, right? Sophia's speed has been nerfed, and then she received those console nerfs. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where it's like the community's always gonna ban Thatcher, so it makes no sense. Like the only thing you could realistically, this is like they're gonna nerf him, but it's like with Jackal. It's like, why are you like people are gonna be like, oh, but don't you know that Jackal's weapon that like only a few people might use got a buff, and it's like, bro, that makes no sense. What do you mean? Hipfire operators now the same hipfire across in all stances, movement in with ADS. Okay, that's not bad, I guess. That's pretty good. That's actually pretty good. Map rotations. Good. I know they removed Favela. I don't know if that note was anywhere. Wait, I can look it up. Wait, really? Okay, basically, Favela's no longer in the ranked pool, but Canal is, which is still bad. That's my honest opinion. I don't care what anyone says. Peace.